Hey kids and adults with nothing else to do, I'm Jarrett, aka Grandpa Jerry, and today I'm going to be drawing something extra special just for you. A portrait of me. Why? Because I'm what my therapist calls a narcissist. So stick around, you may learn a thing or two.
I just love the young people.
Now before we get started, let me clarify a few things. I'm not actually going to be doing a traditional self-portrait of myself. I'm going to be doing more of a caricature cartoon because that's what I really like to do is draw cartoons. Typically I'll be doing my underdrawing in a blue pencil, but today, because red shows up better, we're going to be doing it in that. So, get out your sketchbook and your supplies, pencils, erasers, sharpeners, and we're going to get started. But before anything else, we need to figure out what's going on in this area. Yes, right. Understanding the face. So, in order to do that, we need to go to the mirror. Okay, so the whole reason we come to the mirror is so we can help identify some of our more iconic facial features that we have. So, what I'm going to do is strike a pose in this mirror and just identify some of the iconic traits I have on my face. So let me get something that I typically do a lot. It's nothing more along the lines of this. Okay, let's see. I got a big head, gooseneck, big nose, beady eyes plus glasses, comb over, tiny ears, no eyebrows, and a mustache goatee combo. So now that we've identified all those facial features, we can finally get started. So, we're gonna crack open a new sheet of paper and get going. The first thing we're going to get started off with is your basic circle. So, in order to get a good circle going, you want to get this arm ready and revving and just slowly edge it onto your paper until you get something that's reasonable. Work it until it's a perfectly round circle, a Giotto's O for any of you art scholars out there. And we're going to divide that out into fourths. Now, as we identified before, I have a very, very big head but a very long face. So with a circle and a triangle, I become an ice cream cone. Go figure. Now most people like to start with the eyes when it comes to the face, but I like to start off with the nose. I have a rather pronounced nose, so we're going to identify where that goes. And I'm going to put it right about here. I'm going to draw a line up above the divide and divot off where my bridge breaks off into my forehead. Then, on that same line, we're going to identify where the eyes go, circles, circles, and then we're going to put the ears. And while we're at the ears, let's go ahead and put the hairline. Now, my hairline is not exactly a widow's peak, maybe slightly, but we're just going to go right across the forehead with the pencil. Next, we are going to add the neck. Now, I like to accentuate my lovely swan neck, or pencil neck to people who want to be mean. Now we're going to mark on the eyebrows. I like to give myself an inquisitive look. I think it says a lot about me. And I'm going to sketch the mouth about right here. I have a chin strap of a goatee. We're going to put that here. A little soul patch connecting it all, making it one piece. Right now I'm just going to define the outline of the head more. And going off from the back of the head, we're going to start the outline of the hair, which is kind of like a cap of some sort. Instead of big cartoon eyes, I'm going to do 2 dots for beady eyes because that's what I really have when you look at it. And my eyes are brought out by the glasses, which we will add on. Now when we get to making the hair, I have a lovely comb over, a nice coif to go with the entire design. It's a lovely line to put on there. So in order to do that, we're going to go make it sort of like a teardrop, whoosh it out, bring it back in, and then carry it off to the end of the hairline. Here I'll define the ear more, and I like to put a backward 6 inside it for the interior. Then draw on the eyelids above the dots. Now, when it comes to the lips, or at least the upper lip, I like to just make my mustache the upper lip. When you look at traditional animated cartoon characters, they usually don't have as defined and colorful lips as I do. I personally like my wrinkles, so I'm going to give myself my smile lines, the wrinkles under my eyes, and the forehead wrinkles.
And now we're going to finish up with a few more details and drawing the collar of my shirt and my shoulders. Now that we have the initial sketch done, we're going to start tying down the image. And we're just going to smooth everything out and go over all the main parts of our body. And we're not going to line anything that we don't want to keep for the final drawing. As I'm tying down our drawing, I feel like I should answer the question as to why I'm Grandpa Jerry. Well, let's break down that phrase, Grandpa and Jerry. Two different parts. One comes from my school life, one comes from my family. Well, let's examine Grandpa. As you may notice, I like to wear Hawaiians, and on other days I dress up accidentally like a man from the 1920s. Some people call it style, other people call it mistake. I just like to wear it. So, whenever I first came to school, people start identifying me by what I wear, and thus the name Grandpa arrived. It's quite interesting that I became Grandpa to a lot of kids around here, because my past shows that I really enjoyed dressing up like an old man. It's quite frightening. But you are who you are. Now, the name Jerry, where did that come from? Well, growing up in grade school, I used to be confused for a kid named Jared. I am Jarrett, J-A-R-R-E-T-T, not J-A-R-E-D. So, during the roll call, my teacher would call me Jarrett with the sprinkler at the end. It traumatized me today. But that's the only way we can identify me from Jared. But Jerry didn't come from there. Jerry came from a cousin who could not pronounce my name correctly. And since we're big Seinfeld fans in my family, Jerry just kind of took. So every time my dad sees me from now on, it's
Jerry! Hello! Hello, Uncle Leo!
We have a lot of fun. So hopefully that clears some things up, and we also have finished our line drawing. Well, it looks like me more or less. I attribute myself to cartoons. But before I'm done, I'm going to put this on my iPad and digitally color it. I use a program called Adobe Sketch, which I really recommend for anybody who likes to do digital artwork. It's where I really work the best. And there we have it. That's little me. Look at that. Doesn't that look great? Alright, I'll admit it, I took a few liberties whenever I got into the digital software because the power of editing allows me to work a lot harder in a shorter amount of time. Now, as I'm doing this, I don't expect everybody to draw little me. However, if you want to, by all means, go for it. I even had my roommate do a version of me. Look at it! I am handsome Squidward. I'm not sure if that was a compliment or not, but I'll take what I can get. Alright, kiddos, that seems to be all I have to share with you today. I'd love to sit and draw some more, but I have Grandpa stuff to do, so happy drawing, and hopefully I'll see you again. Bye!